Aquarius, you've gotten rid of a lot of fucking triggers, and I'm really proud of y'all, because like what I'm seeing right here is that you've balanced a lot of these painful cycles, these painful realities, these painful words. And I think that a lot of the time is like you kept getting repeats of situations through your romantic endeavors, through your family endeavors. You kept getting repeats of cycles that have been like a long, I just think a long pain for you. I think you've also felt longing over the fact that people haven't given you the amount of love and attention and almost like a romanticism of love. That's what I'm feeling like. They haven't given you that love, that like fairy tale love. And that's something that you secretly seek out, that I think a lot of people don't really necessarily know about you, is that you are such a loving creature. You are such an emotional creature. It's just purely the fact that like you've lost all respect for certain peoples. You've lost all respect for people who have triggered you, who have caused you pain in the past. And so when they be acting out of pocket, you don't react no more. When they be trying to act out of pocket for attention, when they be trying to get your attention using disrespectful means, it's like you don't even fucking react anymore. You just, you're capable of walking away by now. That's what I feel like. You've matured in a way that is almost threatening, I want to say, towards the peoples that have known you as being just one way, a reactor, a large in charge person. I think that you have the right to be angry, but of course at the same time you guys chose not to be, which is crazy, right? That's crazy. 5 of Swords. I think that the struggle of walking away was the hardest, because you wanted to defend yourself. You wanted to love yourself in a way that these people couldn't love you, and naturally it just always felt like you was running into a big fat wall, because when you would defend yourself, you would also have an expectation that a person would understand or look or listen. But at the same time, it's like, how the fuck they supposed to understand when they can't even love them goddamn selves, right? Saying that Scarabs is like, I focused, I was really patient. I paid close attention to all of the details, the finer details and things, and I still felt like I could never ever tap into them. I could never get through to them. I could never get them to understand that now, how I feel towards the situation. And it's because they only cared about how they feel towards the situation. 6 of Swords is like, you had to walk away in order for self-preservation reasons, and also because you wanted to get your confidence up. You wanted to grow as a person. You knew you couldn't do that while being around this type of energy. Okay, you just knew that you could not do that. Okay, and this is like, this is technically the Balance card, Justice card, and Libra card. And I can't stress enough that you guys have enabled a certain type of violence in your life, whether it's verbal, whether it's something to do with people beating down your confidence. You've allowed this type of violence in your life for so long that like now that you're uncomfortable with it, you're willing to attack. And because you're willing to attack, is that a military? Yeah, see, the military jet. I think that's a military jet or a military plane. So you'll have a conscious now. It's like you're very, very conscious of the things that people say to you. How they say it, especially because if they're snide or slight, you're like, bitch, what the fuck? You used to be like, bitch, what the fuck? I'm gonna smack you the fuck up. And now you're like, I can sit down and hold my anchor, and I can also respond with something that's intelligent that will piss the person off even more and make them go home looking motherfucking stupid. Okay, and it took a lot of alone time. It took a lot of like you just sitting down and like, okay, I need to sit here and I need to go through some of these reels in my mind, some of these movies in my mind, and try to, maybe you watched a lot of movies, you might not watch a lot of documentaries and stuff to try to understand certain types of people's behaviors. And it worked because it really, like, you've learned quite a few tricks when it comes to calmly approaching so many of these situations. Your trauma response has now been lessened. Your trigger response has now been lessened. And here's Death. Okay, here's Scorpio. So you guys have finally pitched into this firm idea that, like, I put into the universe whatever I want, whatever I need, and they'll give it to me as long as I'm in the right headspace, or in the right mind space, in the right emotional space, and in the right just physical space. I feel like if you're healthy, okay, and you're handing back to the universe is going to hand back to you. And so because you've been working so hard on your emotions, on your anger, on your triggers, The universe has delivered. Okay, it has delivered. That's what they say in Seven of Angst. They've built a path forward for you. It's like you were on pause for so long, and now they've built a path forward. And now look at this shit. Eight of Scepters. Now people are trying to run in. Now that you are in a position of like feeling healed and thankful and just, you know, you're feeling whole, you're feeling powerful, people are running towards you. Okay. And here's where you're at. You're sailing away. You said, bitch, you know, I'm not even on land no more, bitch. I'm not running barefoot no more, bitch. I ain't trying to cut myself. I ain't trying to cut y'all. So, you know, I'm running. I'm going the only way I know, which is away from here, away from y'all, away from this whole entire predicament or this whole entire situation. Y'all don't deserve me no more. You know, the plot has been. I figured out y'all's plot. You know, it's over with. It's done with. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I've grown. Ace of Angst. I've grown exponentially, and y'all wouldn't even understand, because I don't think you guys will ever grow, you know, not without me at least. You know, I kept falling down. I couldn't pick myself back up because y'all kept walking on top of me, and now look at me. Six of Angst. All it took was like a little bit of love and care, towards your childhood self, and look where you're at now. Warrior Scepters, you're the strongest you ever been. That's right, Aquarius. You are the strongest you've ever been.